Hey there, I'm Jen. Welcome to my shop, Sentimental Wood Art. Come along and join me on my woodworking journey as I create things that just touch my heart and make me smile, and learn to get more creative with each adventure and project that I dive into. Can't forget my puppies since I'm a dog walker. A lot of the things I do are meant to spark creativity and share ideas. I hope you find something that generates an idea for you. This is my husband's train set from when he was a child. And I have added some of my lathe Christmas trees and lit it up. I think this is pretty cool because this is where his dad worked. So he's got a highway sign that represents that. But I've been thinking that I wanted to add more of our personal touches to this, but not the stuff that he made when he was a kid. But I have this one shelf on my baker's rack that's sort of the land of the misfit toys. So I am going to try and do some scroll saw Christmas elements to add to this to try and incorporate it a little better. So this week I am going to work on this lovely scene of a deer in trees. And that's going to go on my baker's rack Christmas village, sort of leading into the land of the misfit toys. My question is, I probably should do this in Baltic birch, but I really have this funky piece of wood. And I don't even know. Does it say what it is? Oh, it's a maple thin, but look at the coloring on this. I don't know if you can see that. But the deer, I think, would be really cool looking with this. And maybe the bottom. Well, the bottom's getting covered up anyway. But what color should these trees be? Would they be funky like in that? Also, is that going to be too fragile if I don't do Baltic birch? I kind of want to try. So when I'm doing these types of projects, I know you've seen my deer video before where it fell down, is somehow when I cut this, it doesn't match this. So I don't know. What do you think? How do you compensate? So not this smaller and then make it bigger, or this smaller and then make it bigger? That's a question. Okay, let's see how much work I can get done before the lovely Maxie cat, or what other various nickname I choose to call her, comes and says, "Mom, Mom." Yes, that's exactly what she sounds like. So I am trying to double check myself. And this looks like I really should have my contacts on. Maybe this is why I always mess up. Because I'm reading this as one line under 2 millimeters. And then when I go to what it needs to fit into, it's at 2 millimeters. But does that make sense then? Because this one's got to be a little bit bigger than this one for it to fit in there. I overthink things. Well, I'll give it a shot. Look at how pretty this deer turned out. Hopefully that marking's on this side as well. But I guess the deer could go this way if it's not. Now, the moment of truth. How did I do? Is it going to stay? Ha! Yay! It stayed. So unfortunately with this piece, I knew this wood was brittle, but I was like, oh no! So I'm going to try and glue it. Not sure if it's going to work. We'll see. I am not lucking out with this wood at all. So you saw that this broke, but then trying to scroll saw this, because of all of the splinters in here, it got really warbly. And then of course, this guy broke when I was doing it. I'll have to decide which side looks better after I sand it and poly it. But here's the question. Is it going to fit? Because it was all wobbly. It's not great. Woo! All right. So that guy's good. And then this guy, I'm gonna have to figure out where it's not quite matching and see if I can get it to work. I got them all to fit. Yay! I'm a little concerned about this bottom because it's splintered so much. I'm gonna see what I can do. All of this wood is really brittle, but I like it. It's pretty. I may soak it in Danish oil and see if that helps it. I'm not sure this is gonna help, but I put some glue down where there's some cracks in this and then took some sawdust. I'm gonna let it set for a while and see what that does. All right, so you can see that I was able to get the sawdust to stick, but it's going to be wobbly now, so I wonder what happens if I sand it down a little bit. Is it going to help? I don't know. Really? Good golly, Miss Molly. I think every piece in this project has broken. Ugh. So much for wanting to make this brittle wood work. You know me, though. I'm going to still keep going. I'm soaking these in Danish oil in hopes that it'll help the wood not be so brittle. Given how many times these broke just in making them, I'm trying to figure out storage as well. I have a good box, though. I can't believe I had to glue this again. It's a tough cookie to glue. Hasn't quite dried yet. We'll give it a little bit. Looks like the glue held. Yay! All right, we're going to take this upstairs and see how it works with the Christmas village. This really makes a nice addition to my Christmas village. My land of the misfit toys is a little less misfitty with this new addition. Love it!